Your Royal Highnesses, Lords, ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome your host for this evening, Mr. Greg Davis.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Royal Variety Performance 2018! It is the biggest night in show business. It's an absolute honour to be here supporting this wonderful charity. You're in for an incredible night. And can I just say, straight off the bat, on a personal note, how delightful it is for me to come on stage for once and not be the oldest person in the room. And I mean that as a compliment. I am a middle-aged man and I despise anyone under the age of 25. So to look out here and see this wonderful sea of grey heads, it is an absolute delight for me. And isn't it nice to be, for us all to be in a theatre and for all of the older, grumpy people to be downstairs? And whilst up in the box, there's a lovely young, vibrant couple with their whole lives in front of them. In many ways, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is going to be a reverse Muppet show. Please, a huge welcome for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And on behalf of us, I'm sure you all agree, we would like to congratulate them on their wonderful news. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have a system when I do a show. When I come out and do a comedy show, I have a simple system, and it's this. I go home to my mother's house with a little book, and I wait for her and her friends to say absolutely bonkers things. I write them in my little book, I learn them, I go out into theatres, I repeat what they've said, and then I keep all the money. Time after time, she said, what do I ever get out of it, Greg? What do I ever get out of being the butt of your jokes? Well, I'll tell you what she's had so far. She's had 2/3 of the price of a conservatory and a fee at 500. That's exactly what she said. So when I got offered this show, I knew I had no choice. I knew I had to do it straight away. Not only because it's a great honour for me, obviously, but also because my mother is a huge fan of the royal family, and I knew that she would love it, and I'm thrilled that my mum is here tonight. Well, yes, why not? Why not? So, may I present for you the top 5 most ridiculous things that my mum and her friends have said about royalty. Coming in at number 5. On the recent royal tour to Australia, the Duchess was given a slightly unusual gift. In Australia, she was presented with a bunch of carrots, a gift that you took it with very good grace. You seemed genuinely thrilled with the carrots, which is no mean feat. Congratulations on that. It did not go down well with my mum, ladies and gentlemen. She said, and I quote, "It's disgraceful giving a duchess carrots as a gift. They're not even the main part of a meal." What's an omelette would have been all right, would it, Mum? Coming in at number 4. I watched the royal wedding with my mum and her best friend Pat. We were having a lovely time, and when Prince Harry was first seen on the screens, my mum said, "There's Prince Harry, doesn't he look handsome?" And her best friend Pat turned round and said, "Yes, I think all of us single ladies were a bit disappointed when Harry got taken." What, you think you were in with a shout, Pat, do you? I mean, with the best will in the world, Pat is a 78-year-old retired school bursar, ladies and gentlemen. She would tell you herself she's past her prime. And I quote, "I'm thinking of getting my teeth fixed. They're beginning to look like a bag of quavers." Coming in at number 3. The celebrity guests started arriving at the wedding, and my mum spotted George Clooney. She said, "Oh, look, how lovely, there's George Clooney at the wedding." And she turned to Pat and she said, "You met George Clooney once, didn't you?" And this is probably my favourite quote. Pat replied, "No." No, never met him. Coming in at number 2. Apropos of nothing, once the wedding was underway, my mum turned to me and said, "You know what worries me?" I said, "Go on." She said, "I'm worried that the Queen owns all of the swans in the country." And I said, "Why does that worry you, Mum?" And she said, "Well, I'd hate to get in trouble if I ate one." And I said, "Are you planning to eat a swan, Mum?" To which she replied, "Not on purpose." By accident, is it, Mum? I mean, when we were kids, I once saw my sister accidentally eat a marble, but I am yet to see a grown woman walking by a lake, lose her footing, fall, somehow unhinge her lower jaw, and consume a 60-pound freshwater bird. But I do want to see that. I do want to see it. I've got one more quote from my beloved mother, but before I tell you that, I'd like you to welcome onto stage my footman for the Royal Variety performance. It's little Alex Horne! Hello, Greg. Thank you. Hello, Alex. Alex is extremely excited, I imagine, to be here at the Royal Variety Show.
I was excited. I didn't know about the outfit.
It's an impressive outfit. He looks lovely, doesn't he, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes. Thank you very much.
I have one more quote from you from my mother. It's not funny, it's just true. We were watching the royal wedding, and my mum said to me, because she knew I was doing the Royal Variety performance, she said, "You worried about it?" I said, "I'm a little nervous, yes." She said, you don't need to be nervous, love." Let's put the quote up, can we? And I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, she said it with the arrogance of someone who'd met the entire family. And I thought it was an idea that I should explore fully on stage. So I have written a song for you, sir. I hope it's appropriate. It explores the idea that our nans are the same. It's called My Nan, Your Nan. My nan likes to potter in the garden, although she will concede that the cold rather gets to her knees. My nan likes doing cryptic crosswords, and the kettle's always on 'cause she drinks endless cups of tea. And your nan's the actual queen. My nan nibbles shortbread biscuits.
Of course she does, they're delicious.
She's not allowed to drive, so she either gets a bus or a train.
Subsidised travel.
My nan, she worries about the weather.
What if it's chilly?
And she always keeps a brolly in a handbag in case of rain. And talking of rains, your nan's the constitutional head of state, and no one can form a government without her consent. She's descended from a 1,000-year monarchy, and my nan's face is not on money. Nans, they're both just normal nans. They're both just normal nans. They're both just normal nans. My nan, she likes egg and chips.
She dips her chips in the egg.
She doesn't have a flat to raise to tell you that she's home.
She's just always home.
Your nan, she has her name on ships,
She doesn't lift the ships in the egg.
and they Both have very different seats that they describe as a throne. My nan said a lady should have a hat for every occasion. And when your nan isn't wearing a hat, they're kept in a fortress, they're guarded by ravens. Nans, they're both just normal nans. They're both just normal nans. They're both just normal nans. Your nan, she has lots of footmen. My nan sees the footman on Tuesdays because she's got corns. My nan, your nan has a coat of arms. My nan has a body warmer, which is a coat with no arms. Your nan's face is on my nan's tea towels. You won't find my nan on a Google search. My nan's the chairman of a local bridge club. Your nan's the head of the Anglican Church. Your nan's seen of 12 prime ministers. My nan's outlived 7 cats. Your nan's been accorded many titles. My nan has a cord above her bath. Your nan was played by Helen Mirren, and every single swan is hers to keep and eat. Your nan indirectly invented Coronation Chicken, and by 3 p.m. on Christmas Day, my nan is asleep.